omo kebieye na ye ne omo hia na ye ne omo etwetwe nkomo ye didi bobo omanyo Ghana ho bobo Ghana ho ankasa na ye hu dia Ghana de ekọ eye anase enye no ye nyina ebrere don na ebekire na sabre ya na eduru ho dia Ghana national anthem de kaka ye ho na ye hu sadia ya utterances no ebesi akọ eni ntire ma de bia ne da nyina na ye bo Ghana national anthem ene menya Gideon Ahiadu ono eye Infantsman Communication Bureau member ono no ewo menche sa so na Yamoa Ponko me na me Ponko na so Amos Ben Yamoa ono so regional communication team member or AAK ono so MPP to bo asie na so meka MPP ya gakra na wa o kala so
we are regional communication team member.
Okay.
So I know the account.
No, the account. And then normally, yeah, no, but for the modern communication bureau, oh, that is what normally
most of us are part of the regional.
Okay. Yeah, I know all the way to Kaswa. Yeah, now the bus, I don't want to say Infantsman Communication Bureau. That is what they write for us in the regional, no problem. Say now the one year regional, the books will be based on regional account. So anyway, the Ghana national anthem. All right, we are all involved in building our motherland or building the country Ghana. You involved with the next say you wasudi, you mesuma sudi, you Gideon so asudi. Say, and you na you bako benkrum. Now you move the country Ghana forward. We say ni de, and you know na ebe boye. Ne mumu you na I'm expecting me trend that kura. Ebe kese. John Dramani Mahama is president. Na your friend is saying, Dr. Bawumia vice. Na Dr. Bawumia also president. Na John Dramani Mahama also vice. I'm waiting for that day because they all have something good to bring to our country, Ghana, right? So I didn't in came for you back when you win about and tetri. Your coba, Aquaba, Nabako, I didn't say yes, sir. Or it will never be like that.
Well, to say the old Kanusana ebeye because to say the old Kenya, John Dramani Mahama winya akwenja asum Ghana. Nti se me share afa the old Kana chesenke brei nka ewo se onokra nya akomapa. Na ode akwenja no so maninia. His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ono so besom because amanye no eye sebi adwenkyere eya hobrase su ne adibu o man no. Ena Bronika Kasebi say no man or no single man is the repository of knowledge. Inti waba baby woko wonim die ne usuhunu no ebre waba ye to say facilitator na so obi a wonya suhunu bi a otimi impart the next generation. Nka by this time say believing in statesmanship His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, like J.A. Kufuor and then other former presidents of Ghana would be the ones counseling, the up-and-coming politicians and leaders. I mean, the sort of hug we gave ourselves, it's indicative, say, besides this platform, and that is the beauty of, governance, politics, or even the joy of coming to the media to express ourselves. I believe this is about time that His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia be given that opportunity, the equal opportunity, like the former president was given, to also come and then serve the nation.
All right, thank you. I know the same thing, but I'm waiting for Sadano, thank you, Bessie. Vice versa. We call what no we are as a hierarchy, we are president, we are vice, we are president. Ghana, you would happen.
Nana, did the obesi. Na Ghana, your mind be a the Demra, na yedi guma. Or the Mras na what teacher of mine. Into His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Mraman of Hokwai. De obasanso wejina de wonto no doaba nti dem nsusuni de anka omma obi kwan npe dem aboni di omma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwan nanka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nso mefa benwan no ndi o mind do it's neither here nor there. Again, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ntum pretend there obi a ono de Morocco do o maimu oni twaka biara wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yobia Morocco do abamin papa kakra na woman also one chichir na one fansuan ono no root to the man amon na mum so koba de bibi atochew the maden ye chichira na jesu na yebetuma trace the maden akwa na we ni ho esinchen the ono de oye mates baby aga na yedrun ehia nkofo akandifo a woye principled.
Okay.
Won you. Na inye there. Oh, oye papa there. One fa baso burden mfa mam. Na mum so onye there ono minim ho hwe.
Okay.
Dem nipan.
Okay.
Dem kofuku na woye nkofuku bi ase de o man hye won sa obeda na o man na butu.
Me da say. Okay, san kofuku na woye de o man hye won sa obeda na o man na butu adia. Na on that note no. Mami twam ho na memresi.
Asem dead up anything abrani nyina se nyankopon man no elko ahoyehie mu a tumfo nyankopon soma no somafo ma ne beje om oye bi wo Moses abreso oye bi wo Yesu abreso oye bi wo komsheni Muhammad nyankopon asomdwe nka no abreso ende di akire oye ne wo Elijah nyame somafo ya abreso Ghana ye nyankopon ne man te say Israel ne Arabia na se de ode osom homa ne kronkron bia koma Israel ne Arabia no eduru oman a etoso miensa Assyria Ghana so senti no nyame somafo ya Elijah Malachi 4:5 de osom kese no kware som no eka adasama ebom meyi hu frim e kristofo enkremofo nananom tidie bia wo mu no se wo pa hoto asomdie apomoden onyincha yeye ni mpuntu na dankwa ma uwu a aheman no wakomu bidia mekamfo nyame somafo yaw ne asomdie ntontom som enkambom dema nyame somafo yaw se wo ba nyankopon fi a bone fate ayaresa abawo yeye tumidie impuntu inkunumdie ne beya wo de a bebide na edi adanse se papei omankuto omakawa oman nchene no akwantere ne mpa ibodede isane se nyankopon ente nea nipa de ne nsa ayem se ode ne sa no to so a Luke 4:40 osi esunsunfi ne betutu efiri mu ma wenya wa yaresa ne wabra boyie menyo tinjefuo te se Thomas na mo begidi te se Peter na bedi echire te se Barnabas na weni beche te se Zacchaeus asomdie tonton som won finfi mountain Central Region ekunfi otom esan wo Ghana afana ha nyina ene amanone frɛ nyame somafo ya wo ahomatorofo yesu 0543 466 275 ana 0277 126308 08.
Number by them, I mean, Gideon and Yadoni, NDC Communication Bureau member, in Fantamai is also original. Original, they say obey. Oh, yes, so as soon as Ben Emosiamwa, only original communication officer, AAK, and also the MP's aide, right?
Yes, sure.
MP now, the current MP. Yeah, or an aide, no do the Sikijawan over the MP in there. We are MP aide, there, then we need. Problem there, and our problem. Hello.
And me de me re share Nyankopon sem. Me gidi say Nyankopon na eboama ye bibia. Every human being, as the Bible says, daily you encounter a couple of challenges. Inti, to say the mabai, oh how me how. Inti, I have issues that I have to resolve.
Okay. And the pay and the tea and said, "Mammy, don't call with free."
Sure.
And Mammy, don't call so say your bonny dear. Na yina ya kanu amanyo sem
Ghana Freedom Party.
Ghana Freedom Party ne ya kanu ono so recently kra oko IPAC meeting na yema oje Mike na the way this woman was vibrant just in near bre ono so okanasem when you see Mami Godon kono ye tsan no mo mfa to so mam ne mfa ye nto so na ye ne nsase and that is order number 3. And then there, yesterday, yes, Mammy, a Godonko, every Ghana Freedom Party leader, the candidate, presidential, with him. What do you see, MPP Musumu say?
Nana, honestly, personally,
me
confirmation. I mean, from either a doctor or say Uhana na me person me confirming so. But I've had a number of calls this morning because ye aman yosem to nche maame no na meka so me maame prekope. I think a couple of times when him hayi kra me no aye video calls or him hayi a couple of times. Sometimes she will call and then because I'm in ministry na ibia ya bompire 1 or 2. We are all politicians to that regard. Anopa we may work I think in a taxi and I'm call from one of the administrators on a political platform back also. And he was calling me to confirm. And because Semeba program to catch and say I may not be able to talk into yen chatting.
Okay.
And I'll send him I can show you. I'll send him a long conversation asking me if I can confirm. Say BBC is because we're afraid of national executives on inside and I couldn't respond. Because the news came quite surprisingly. Me kind of for her articulate nature. Maaminu yobia or untimin kane kasabuanche. In fact, on no day, whether you are party A or party B, say ninsusunya wafa say oba o jinemu say a man so ewu enimunyambi ewa manyo semuno ubetimi akasheda. And you know that in Ghana's political dynamics, she's one of the women, in fact, the singular woman who has stood the test of time with her political party. You say Jerry John Rawlings's wife also established a political party. We know that. We know that in some elections past, I think one woman who contested on the ticket of PPP also showed up. But Mami Ekuyadonko, I think this is the 3rd time election anchor. And so it shows her persistence, her consistency on the field of governance and politics, the desire to come to serve the people of Ghana. And I love Taster or the political arena, so letting people know that women can stand out, nobody can silence women, women can also do it and then achieve it in the best of regard. I can't confirm the news now, but if this is true, Yama Ghana ma shedding. Yama
But it is true because all the media portal and
Nana, I heard news about Daddy Lumbe's death.
Oh, no. But
all the media reported.
Okay.
And later it wasn't true.
Okay.
So we pray it is not.
Her own what do you call executives were saying they can't confirm.
They can't confirm, and that's what shocks me. I can show you the message right now. So where you're born pie say bibi sansi, but say a sisu pa any amayo for your my shedding because we have lost.
But no number so enko.
Me one number.
I was.
And I say, well, I haven't tried calling her.
Okay.
I said,
but then you have to try and call her.
No.
You don't believe it.
Yes.
I'll
call her.
See whatever.
I'll call her. There is time for all things. Say, na my mama say me free her because I hear you. Yeah. I hear Dubai and I'm teaching. No, I'm just getting this information right now, and I've had calls several. Oh, but Bibi Sano, if you also want to put yourself in the shoe, okofra anshana nka program we me di nka me super. Okay. Nti ye hwe said we are entisa, but
okay. Say company sir. Not say your friend is saying political candidate role. Yeah. Problem about and
well,
because one they say not three be film. That's a three film there. Not just NDC are no more 8.
No, that is not for us to determine. That
but it is possible.
But that is not for us to determine. Say, as it stands now, there could be the case of reballoting. There could be cases of maybe Obi free now me Jainisa.
Well, we say, look,
my election now Obi free, but the slot was there. Election still went on. In fact, only a vote cry.
But do you know that when him say allegedly, we heard he say MPP people are trying to pay some of the independent candidates, including Kodon Konangasa, to withdraw from the list so that the 8 that NDC have gotten,
well, Nana, how propaganda?
Kofi Adams, and yet Nimpa Hulubiaga, Honorable Kofi Adams, and now all kind.
Now, on say propaganda be fly, who do it? It's politicians. Way will be life and death matter. I wouldn't want to politicize it.
Okay.
But I mean, on any day, we all know, so it'll be free balloting as well. There is a chance for reballoting or maybe reorganization of the ballot stream. I wouldn't want to side with Kofi Adams or not, because meet me out in politics.
Okay.
But quite recently, you also heard the news when we went for our last IPAC meeting, because Mameno now she was so much threatened to the point that she also determined to sue one of the candidates because of Kasebi and Crawford Kafan who say she wasn't even qualified. She wasn't even qualified. Say Obeba ballot so. I mean specifically from the NDC. And we wouldn't want to do any sort of politics from it.
I don't know that was the news actually, but me, my meetings also.
America said, you see, when that news came, then the propaganda of, do you get it?
Yeah.
Getting her to, make Mahama come up, Obi who any Obi or living in Nama. Which one is terrible? Let's face the reality.
Yeah.
Which one is terrible? Or more NDC for person media propaganda. I mean, from Kofi Adams. Which one is even terrible? We are talking about Obi Awewu. Now said the whole candidate number. Election year to win say number be any ballot paper this one.
Yes.
So what is it? Because will be a free ballot number 1, aqua number 2, and our free number way aqua. Yeah. It makes no sense. Because number be any ballot paper so.
But yes, and the numbers
say number be any ballot paper so.
Yes, of course, but numbers count.
It is easy to see a sign, symbol, than to count. How many people can read and write or count?
Okay.
But at least everybody can look at a symbol. So it is even easier. Into Obi Obeyesa propaganda, no. I mean, she's not being fair at all.
Okay. That is a course issue. Another player is which of course let me also silent with my brother say it's not true.
Yeah.
Say near T and say film. And if you look at the media portal,
in fact, everywhere I'm getting this.
I don't think it can be true. But let's take it like that. If it is not true, yes, we will. More NDC, but how did you take it?
Oh, Nana, my memfa in chas from Confama 84. titiriw ahwɛfo NDC Amanyoku Frankatuni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama opanyina abribia me de me ka kyerɛ wo dɛ ɔda na ɔsom dae fa ne man ho a dae a ɔsom ne nyinaa yɛ dae pa nkɔso mpuntu nkankɔ mmebun wɔn yidi ho dae na ɔsom anapa yi papa bebia wo bia no yɛde nkyia sonko yɛde ma nana me ba constituency a yɛde nkyia sonko yɛde ma yɛn parliamentary candidates ɔyɛ Dr. Ebenezer Prince Kojo Ahen ɔwɔ ne nnwuma pa already infantimanfo wɔsɛ wɔbɛhyɛ wɔ nimonyam anamontu a etu wɔ mmerɛ a etu ho si hɔ dɛ bɛsom ɔmanfo health screening na reyɛ mmabunu a wɔnam odo wɔn yɛ nnwuma wɔ Ghana ha ana wɔn a isa wɔn yare doctor ɔmanfo wɔsɛ wɔn ani gye wɔn ho wɔn a wɔnam odo wɔn nya akwanya wɔ nursing training teacher training university wɔn a nipa 7 nkonko eson na as a parliamentary candidate wɔn am ne do a wɔyɛ wɔn masters outside this country amanɔne wei na ɔyɛ obi a sɛbi mpreduasa bebe yɛ duro sisi a wɔn fantiman yɛ hian dɛ ɔbɛma mfantiman mpuntu a wabɔn te dɛm a sɛbi kafrakyɛ swanche aba akokɔ no ɔno na yɛhwehwɛ ne sisi a adwumawura anapɛ yɛ dawase ana mam fancha sonko fan ma me wife Ellen Marcel Ahiadu na me doba Kendra Frances Ahiadu Philip Felicia na wɔn nyinaa abusuani nyinaa mekyɛ wɔn nyinaa mema so yɛ nokwar de yɛ maame ekuadonko sɛbi kafrakyɛ waayɛ nyankopɔn ze ɔne de sɛ nyankopɔn atonsa afrɛ na ampara no yɛ mabusuane hyɛde them are yenim death is inevitable owu atwer oko nyeden mfo but me so me side with my brother there minjin di there oyo nokwar na mum so nokwara no ya mebusua no hyede na my brother okasa ya na me feel den ka obaka ekradonko no ho asam kakra na ba bi odi ko ruride there sebi kafra che ballot position doesn't matter on here on toaba yeni o mai mu ha na wo ye balloting wo easy na dweso na so ya na rankasa ne director of elections Evans Nimako said mintim ho ase oba ho nyina wosesa amba na wo de ye balloting kogu politin bag im de won balloting ni nyina chirin Evans Nimako wen ko gina ho amfi neni ade a wose memo obiara nhwem fo wani hwenchen na fo nsa hye politin bag rim meyi Evans Nimako ko gina ho fi neni potwe retwetwem e ba de na no rehwe wo se na o rehwe number bi potwe na weyi na betra na ka kire me de position ballot position doesn't matter on here actually the one cause now you are shooting yourself in the foot that's what make an answer enti the man some no dem brother on phantom chain no you should be saying these things to the Marines ya bro them in that that's what make an answer ya bro them in that ebiem no can be or say yes ballot position yeah the laws will be applied as and when necessary that's what make an answer onye obi ni bona fide way a o hye ni kotokum there electoral commission ma me pe na me de beye the electoral commission is regulated by these documents as well as the 1992 constitution CI 127 and CI 91 in addition to CI 126 ono na ye de hwe electoral commission na ye dan won ye hwe kwan a wo ba fa do a wo be di wonnuma ama perpere ye abomam nti onye obi ni discretion there BBC ye ma me se bi kafrache we fim nti wo yini fim a o de ye piepia nkofo basoro na numbers ni nyina o ye den okekesi ni no ye du ho a the law will be activated oyemra kwando oyemra
say ye reballoting
dabi mama Canada as a political party ye ya manyoku atonsa afren ya ba ye balloting after the balloting ya a lot of investment based on the position and in the number of billboards in na ya
ye ballot na ye number 18 yes am so see echir yes am so see echir be a lot of billboards all the ye make sure there number 18 owodo there are a lot of documentations it goes with them position ballot position iti onye obi ni bona fide we obekwa kwose tokuro bim na wa beka kire de ya ma make adonko we fim ne dem saso nti ya sori ya asesa position ya piapia won nyina begu so dialogue will continue 40 days to election na e besan so abaye reballoting na abaye reballoting ni wia yes 39 busum ko na nefua kakra bi na e abaye reballoting ebe mmer na meba besan so e dia ba beboka atu nkofu egu krom de wonko ye ebade publicity anambwa wonko ye nkyerɛkyerɛ mfama manfo na wonhu de NDC yen position number 8 na ye ya ama manfo bi popobly ache wonda wo t-shirt wo printing na wa academy 30 days to elections let anybody activate that and we will meet it ye be shia ye be jojo na common sense will come to play.
Okay, but that's it. Amos, I'm on your board. Sometimes, as a move far, I'm on your sometimes move for the personal.
Personal.
Sometimes.
No, like nothing personal. Nana.
Mama can't say one thing, my brother only me she. I don't know why he doesn't know me by now.
Okay.
Oh there.
Yeah.
Obia na kwanya.
You already know his aggressiveness.
Yes, I know I hear this aggressiveness. So it is not.
I'm coming. Let me land, please. Obia wo kwanya. Offer doa. Or communicate. Sometimes, mesame hu doa there. I don't want to shout, but inadvertently, na wa beto. Enti say obia rehwe. Yeah. My brother didn't know you're worried. Yeah. But Abia wanna watch na for the first time. I'm an Orecaman. Obakada about Intina Paddy okay come that is how I am. May try there. Mayana my very soft. But sometimes me who so keep your cool.
Oh no, I wouldn't have commented on the aggressiveness. No, but of course we all have our differences. Yeah. But not the American say. Also, Ubusa specifically about Ikuadonko. Yeah. And then he began by saying, "Man can't look at what I said.
I didn't say
her proactiveness on the political arena. But you didn't talk about that. You went ahead talk about the balloting, and you see. So that's what I wanted to.
Nana,
do you get it?
No, yeah, question. Or a part of question like this.
Is it going to change? When I was saying man come, I mean we should.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Now, me again say would accord a level of regard for Obano, ewo ne influence in the political terrain, especially on women. So what you say? Inti assuming senka man can ye crowd was expecting say.
Okay, let's see my
politics.
Flood in the akoso na mamunko ya kakana memra flood in the akoso.
Oh, any by now because na ensure to and run adua matching na ensure to
I think they had it earlier.
Yes. By now there cheko. I mean, it's natural.
It's natural. Yeah, oh, yeah,
magazine they said you go be post here better than flood.
Oh, okay. But they will bring it to more and more.
So, Nana, a bit, something small. My brother should not take offense.
No, I'm not.
Or yeah, somebody beside.
No, I'm not.
And I mean, because beside there, Obotume in Sando, it was young ballot position.
No, Speaker rejects Supreme Court on a vacant seat ruling, returns document.
Nana.
Yes, sir.
Nana me da say. Mamemfa akwenye do na minchia. Ajenkwa TV tefa wo Ghana ne mfa nza na nyinara. Mejizi there. See about in ma over obinodo. There are fathers, mothers, and then siblings are worshiping him. And then the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, that humble personality, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Brebiara Obiara Nyankopon Unsha Nusronko Papa. Michiama Remainsin, Abra Save Kwamanka Sinumu Ahimfuna de Shidom, and then the incoming MP, Mr. Eric Kobinayante, Yankopon Insurno. Now, with this matter, I think in the last couple of months, and no, about 2 weeks rather, a couple of weeks, and Yenyan and say before Parliament convened, how that the former minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, indicated that Oboko Parliament to seek, a test of the law. In fact, Onumpo put in there to test the law with regards to the Warama, some people who they suspect there will break camp with their political parties, to vacate Parliament. I think that was the discourse. And so when Parliament convened, and them Anamono. Before them Anamono, we also were made to know that the majority leader, in the person of Afenyo Markin, also we seek, from the same court, because if there is anything you don't understand, you also go back to the court. So the same legality Haruna Idrisu indicating, Afenyo Markin, however, went there and then sought that there would be a hold on them matter until it is determined whether it is permissible or doable on any day, not by virtue of a precedent or whatever, because precedent can be wrong. That's why even constitution are subject to review anytime. And after that, Parliament still went on. When the first attempted, sermon was served, Parliament still went on, and then the Speaker made his ruling. Now, when the Speaker made the ruling, before the next day, Afenyo Markin also went back to court, Osiki, a stay of the ruling, which was served on Parliament. Duly served on Parliament for the law of it, duly served on Parliament. And then in a year today, the Speaker of Parliament, through the parliamentary clerk, Wacho Dakama, Supreme Court today, he received the sermons actually. Nansa came through bailiffs, Basa, was a bed through the administrative decks and then whatever, without any encumbrances. Name, according to Onono, there is a previous discussion with the CJ, the Chief Justice. Such sermon should be served on them on a Monday. I think that is the discourse right now, or rejecting whatever has been before them. Nana, Maman Kano, with all humility, that, you see, beyond what people think there, Wobotumwaye on any day in defense of Adibia Sebi, there in the time, in the spirit of the law, and maybe with your motive, only good for Ghana. Because Yabana Manyo Sema, Party A, Party B, Obia Betchen, Obia Betchen, Suban, Obia Betchen, Yuma. But Ombano Man Ghana, we are beyond political party. Ghana, Yanembre Queen Nature, we have 3 arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. And in the legislature are parliament in a way. Every single, even in the matter of law, when we are, it is subject to the court system. Another court, which is headed by the Supreme Court, that will be interpreting any matter of the law. And this is what we all know as Ghanaians, and we believe so as what the Constitution states between myself, Ahedu, and yourself. And if on any day, a subsequent discussion whatsoever should undermine the fundamental rule of law you're practicing in Ghana, then there is a question to ask ourselves as Ghanaians. And I think it is one of the reasons people sometimes want to find a way to excuse the law to have their own way. Or one of the reasons people sometimes find a way to excuse the law. This is Parliament. Do you get it? Served duly by the standard of the law. Now, as I rejected the rate served on you. Mentibido. That have been served. You have then an hour and a bribia kodo and a court has served through the court bailiff. An official which has introduced himself, and you have come to know though a court bailiff officially. While served, essay, my rejected, which is to say that whatever the court system is subjecting you to, you are not willing to be subject to. The moment you do that, there, the 3 arms of government play the role of checks and balances on each other and on any day, them robaya per yeba badunti. I mean, when it comes to interpretation of whatever we call law in Ghana or a Supreme Court in Asset. Yamfane there, the Chief Justice's discussion with the Parliament or the Speaker some time past is a matter of legality to protect their immunity. Even that one is subject to law. I mean, and if it is law, it is subject to the interpretation of the Supreme Court.
But he also told you and gave,
okay, subject to the interpretation of the Supreme Court. So any flout of an order by the Supreme Court, I mean, Musano will be there. Frekete in Chonyabon. Do you know why? Because you do not know what Erekono or transpire. And he said, hey, on day be a tintin treaty. I mean, there is a tomorrow. Obisu what my flat I was ruling.
I think
Obisu what my flat ruling because you are dishonoring the court. Obisu what my kade. Whatever you have ruled on so and so day, I would not respect it. I believe the air them Ghana, it will not bring any help to Ghanaians. The parliamentarians rise today that every single ruling a Speaker of Parliament will make it, they will never be subject to it. Based on a certain discussion via our president, then Ghana would be thrown into chaos. It's in America, they look. If we should get Ghana to the best of place, we must respect what we have framed for ourselves as the arms of our government. If on any day, these two major arms of government were required, I mean, who can save Ghana from that battle?
But they are not fighting.
I mean, what are you saying? They are fighting.
They are not.
You know, no, fight does not mean throwing fist. Do you get it?
Yes.
Good. Anything.
But they are not.
Today we
you have given me a letter. You have served me a letter.
Today we have.
Now the letter that you served me, don't forget, you even said that. I'm coming. I also come. You even said that. Not there. That's almost Parliament.
Yes, that is why I've explained that.
Very well.
Mereba.
So he is also basing on that note.
Good. So I mean, what is it then? What we call legal tussle? What is it then? Is it not a kind of legal war? At the end of the day, my American day, if there is any such action, whatever it is to the persons involved, we also look at the bigger picture, the nation. Okay. This is a parliament in hang. You know that. This is a parliament in hang. While Brian say there are a lot of national interest in matters or the parliament So if we leave situations as it is and watch the war or the tussle ongoing with the expression of big languages, Nana, as Ghanaians, what is the interest of this matter to us? What is the interest to us? We have had policies why it more Ghana. Moframa over 5 to 6 million in yemu chefa. Now abaniri shedo obe institutionalized by law. Them roba ya abanba abanoko. The free SHS policy will be fully established for Ghanaians. These things are matter of law or court. Abani ACC factories. Yer shede ahwana what the factory nanu. Yabama ho tax waivers and exemptions. Ama war employ mebun ma wayem ejumano. They will not be bewildered with taxes. No way to enjoy to employ people. These are matters are all parliament, CCRA or the parliament. And if we should go on with these tassels whatsoever, 39 days to election to the American. Granted that the focus is on politics, I mean election alone. Are we serving Ghana? If we go into polls on December 7th after the election, will Ghana not survive? Will Ghana not go on? If we have a hung parliament like we have today in the next government, would it mean that per what is happening now, Ghana will remain as we are in this 39 days to election? I mean the next 4 years or so of Benin. So we must look further. Whatever is happening now, I mean it is just coincidental and it can't happen again. It could even be that the next government could be. Intima Speaker Oriano, I think onye in the interest of Ghana. Whatever is going on in Parliament is not in the interest of Ghanaians. And every Ghanaian who has taken pain to go through moral kodo while there are government businesses or are in the interest of Ghanaians. I don't think they or why. If I get the Parliament,
Finance Committee, it is affecting the economy.
Of course, that one in one order, but can we know why would it not affect the economy?
How?
I mean, if there are financial matters to be discussed, no, it is on hold because Parliament is not on hold. The next thing we should be hearing is that maybe the executive is exerting a level of veto. Do you get it? And in that case, it means that the rule of law, which states that there should be checks and balances in Nara, Nana Enwa. So should it be that the president should also go ahead and exert a level of veto? Now, or then Ghana will come back and discuss, and then we would have a lot of news which is not so essential. I care that them get more 2 cases in the bay. No? Later on, I mean, way later, then when we heard that Parliament never agreed to the Mazeno, how that Ghanaians were so much disturbed because we heard the news. Anofi, Amana Hurdo, Oraba, the standard and then the pedigree of those people are the Gitmo 2 thing brought here in Ghana. I mean, because Parliament had not approved it. And see, I think there, in the spirit of the law, in the interest of Ghanaians, in chair or there, quite, if not compromising, because this is a whole huge institution, 2 arms of government. So it means that the executive should have its way. Them know what pedo worker. Because if Ghana must move on, if you get your salary, a budget must certainly be passed and approved. If the free SHS be established, it should be passed and approved. In this end, should we say that the government of the day should take the pain to maybe approve certain things for himself or do certain things which may later, become a matter of inquiry and blah, 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 and it will take another time getting spent just like that in Parliament. Whereas at time here, what if you 1 year fee? And 1 parliamentarians, what you want to pay? Speaker of Parliament, Bosumi years in there 90 year. I mean, all can pay. And so, you know, if you know why you Juma Bosumo Corono, or no, issues will come. Is it fair to us? There was a time some of them took double salary and others, whether it was approved by Parliament or not. In the team, allowances, ni yeji, one farmer. In the university, yako school. There was time, aben biara bao bako, na hian light bill na water bill. Rawlings paid, Kufuor paid. In fact, Atamils, though couldn't pay, but no a debt or so we know that subsequent government would have come to pay. Mahama came and all those debts, or the SUM students, let us pay because the economy was bad. In the end, this first the economy is bad and blah, blah, blah. So, the consequences that Parliament should hand. Is it fair on Ghanaians? So I'm discussing this matter dispassionately, in spite of their interests.
Do you think Speaker has some interest somewhere?
I mean, why not?
Special agenda.
Look, how? The Speaker is a former minority leader, a former majority leader. The Speaker is a politician. He contested on the ticket of NDC. The Speaker was once. Remember? I mean, so it is politics. It is their politics. I mean, it is politics.
So it's
you say it is now not in. I mean, of course, every Ghanaian, every well-meaning Ghanaian knows that whatever is going on in Parliament today, politics, if you are, is not reasonable.
How?
Yes. What is the reason in Parliament deciding not to reconvene? I want to catch you. What is the reason?
There's an issue.
So what is the reason? No, there is an issue. What orchestrated the issue? What is the reason for Parliament not going back to work and so you won't pay?
And why? I
want to know the reason.
To make
good. So what triggered this in America? That is for political reasons. But then you don't political reasons. Now, what is the interest for Ghanaians? Simple. That is the matter. I don't know how anybody would want to come and then discuss this matter. But I think that, look, Parliament decided not to reconvene. It is never in the interest of Ghanaians. It is never, and it will never be in the interest of Ghanaians. And you're not here in the work of Parliament. What was in that? What was in that? Into what kind of one parliamentarians and the speaker? Remember, what kind of one parliamentarians? Please, there were other substantive matters. There were other substantive. I can mention a lot of them. But they chose to make this one a priority. Into one or engineer.
So no, what are you saying? That should be the priority because
that is their priority.
That should be because
that should be the priority.
Who be the majority and who be the minority? Are you getting the point?
Good. In America, there it is purely, I mean, per their politics. But let me say on top of my head. Granted, NDC, let's say, is the majority in this 39 days.
Okay.
Granted, NDC is the majority in this 39 days. I mean, who NDC majority are? Even students' utility bill will change. With their simple majority, which allowances, with their simple majority, what these attempted friend and progressive whatever, now what out they never endeavored to pay. Chalk was a problem. with their simple majority. So in this 39 days of another government's era, what do they seek the majority for? If not for, staggering Ghana's development. Not one kind of, Ghana has been stagnated because of such a parliament is not there. So, bills have not been passed. And so this is on hold, that is on hold. What then is the interest? Okay. So the interest is purely politics.
Thank you very
Never
much.
In the interest of Ghanaians. And Ghanaians, if what the NDC need is to stay home with the majority, then we'll put them in the house. Because I don't think anybody needs majority to stay in the house.
Okay, thank you. Ayadu, Speaker rejecting the rate of on vacant seats. Now, Osha, the Ayakokos here, you don't even know. Some indefinite parliament suspension or is still.
It means it still holds.
Yeah, because. Yes, this is a presidential parliament. I think last 3 days or so I stand to be corrected. And that MPP, very good.
Majority leader.
They said they say majority leader.
If it is on hold, what is it?
Okay.
So one was one who indefinite. So he's still the majority leader.
And Nobaka said they need 83 signatories to call the parliament back.
Which they have done.
They have done. So they are calling the parliament back.
Oh, yeah.
So when are they going to parliament?
We are yet to hear the news of it.
But
they did that last week.
They have done.
They did that last week.
Yeah.
They've served it on the speaker.
Okay. So let's go. Young
Nana. And I pay me one boom kakra.
On the basis of what in Sweden.
Nama, emo sorry your ID. One bass and koy. Anyway, it was a communication officer and who ya, the chair and I, extend my regards to him.
No, communication director, only officer.
Oh, you're only American. He knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was new cocoa pie and I pay. Nana, my first question I may be Saturday. When I'm in our boycott parliament settings. Onam Doma, Speaker Babin, Rui there, based on the exigencies of the time, I suspend the parliament indefinitely. So what the Omaya Shawonsa, now say you people claim there, you have majority in parliament. Na ewodwuma sunu bi a osi wenu ado de beji ti dem a oreke free SHS legal backing. I implement a policy for good 8 years. You are now struggling to get a legal backing for such a sensitive program on your fair. Anti baya busume basantemini. Na worry ye dede ano don pray ori ye dede there wo be what the them bill na back to parliament wo pe the war ma free SHS legal backing my minority say one p into minority NDC one pe free SHS asam the whip deputy whip or there one there. There is no bill which has been laid in parliament. Or there one. The bill be anywhere what they are back to parliament. This bill ABCD is seeking to legalize, give a legal backing to free SHS. But with dear Kushi, the chair Ghana for Besine, they have not been able to lay that. Now I'm an Aribesu. Abekikem present the issue as if there NDC na wire man bofu one pede bibi bekodu o mine. You are in parliament. Walankasa wo majority leader afejo market. And the only thing him confirm there. Oh yeah, let's go. And I want so what the nature. He is serious political party.
a serious group of people are representing a political party in parliament. Such a decision should not make you walk out of parliament.
How? I am a majority leader in parliament, which of course
says who?
At the
time,
I'm telling you.
I'm coming. At the time, he had ceased to be a majority leader. The moment the speaker ruled there, them Mrashe Begwafuanan, their seat have been declared vacant. The majority then automatically became a minority. Because at that time, one nipe basa, we find they being a independent candidate na on source on one by a business and find they basa efi oha aduasa awotwenim ma waka oha aduasa anum nti wo baye 135 ema NDC na wo ye 137 one do tewe by one ma wo baye 136. You see, if Afenyomakin is a strategic leader, he will resort to dialogue. Say Afenyomakin another pre in a nasifo. That's why sometimes I miss Chairman Sabonsu.
Hey,
I'm telling you, I am telling you sometimes because Chairman Sabonsu will hardly stage a walkout. Afenyomakin is all over the place. What he seeks to achieve. A lawyer. What Obi a campaign platform though. Akane kakede. Se parliament ye sound so kwa setina. Mabo speaker manye there. So and so MPs and nine. Warrior across the carpets. Na otiayen shishei amamran sound to tiayen standing orders. Inti say ye kwa meka chire speaker mabo na manye there. On declare the main confirm was seat in vacant. This is on a campaign platform.
Yeah.
Quickly you run to the Supreme Court to go and file what? No, in the Supreme Court will acting with them rate another. Nka eba de pa na Supreme Court will be acting with. Because there was no case then. We also a lawyer. Tina make a there. Chairman Sabonsu.
There was no case then. Sir. I thought they went to court after the declaration of what do you call?
Maybe can the first move now making.
Oh, okay.
First rate now. Afenyomakin. Also, until that no catch the speaker there. They have tried several times to even serve the speaker.
Yeah.
At the time, they had not even gone for sitting. No one quite sitting. You know that.
As I
No, why you know?
Now more can also the any command speaker is trying to serve the speaker. What have you?
As I make an intimacy.
Honey.
Bra. Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah.
Gina campaign platform go there. What babaka? Oba file either a statement or motion. Now what speaker now being to do there.
There.
Them Mrashe Begwafuanan on declare one seat in vacant. Afenyomakin see the man samana no dimrika call Supreme Court.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because at that point, Haruna had only made a statement not on the floor of Parliament.
Okay.
But on a campaign platform. Until rating now, Afenyomakin they call Supreme Court first rating. What was he seeking to achieve? Because I'm busy. Because by then, Haruna on making any statement to that effect in the chambers of Parliament or can the man on the platform. Such person calls himself a lawyer. It was subsequent to that.
Is it not a hash?
It's so dishonoring.
Is it not hash? Is it not hash? Such person, you shouldn't use that word.
What word should I use?
No,
give me a word.
No, but I think.
Give me a word.
I'm coming.
Say I'm coming. Nana, let me justify.
Gideon, let's give ourselves a bit of respect. And one, Afenyomakin majority leader onye nipa hunubiaza.
Minka do nipa hunu. I haven't said that.
But the way you are writing.
Minka do nipa hunu.
No.
Person.
Yes.
calls himself a lawyer.
It's
not like he's a lawyer.
Such person, what you should be interested.
So it depends on the way. You see, you
such person calls himself a lawyer.
The way where you are coming from.
I am learning me.
I wouldn't like that.
That I am learning me.
No, I am
learning me.
No, let him.
I am learning me.
But I wouldn't.
I am learning me.
Oh yes, of course. But you can't say such person. That the word is strong.
Make your sign. Make your sign. But I am in one day. Lawyer need today. Afenyo marking.
You are now communicating.
Lawyer need mapper. Today afenyo marking. There, you don't file a rate on nothing. You file a rate on something. Into them rate now, Afenyo can call file it, Odin can call file it, or Supreme Court. What was his case? There, Supreme Court, you stop speaker, even before speaker makes the decision. Unstopping. What is this? You see, when you pack the courts, now if you there, at certain point in time, mribi bedua oye usana about hon because of what they did with Professor Michael Quay. What catch the second deputy speaker, Esiama Honorable, Formina MP, there won't declare the seat ni vacant. Honorable Afenyo marking who there. That is where the ruling will go. It is a damage. Mamin tumrika. Na men ko Supreme Court. Na one fatabo into speaker though. You know there are clauses. There are provisions in the Constitution. I'll get it for you. There. No court can compel. That's the word used in the Constitution. I was reading it this morning.
That can compel.
Can compel the speaker. Are you okay? To act in a certain direction.
Oh, which certain direction are you talking about?
I mean,
there's some direction.
That direction is that Article 97, 1G. Emma speaker, that provision there, unambiguous. DHS 3 students ni or can kind them article now. No,
you may read the article.
Oh, I am saying there are constitutional provisions there. Ansana Supreme Court over to Safra on there. One man na one by yem pensem mumfa constitution na fabi. A man for wadina ya wontanta wo hon. Ina order them asem now a man for wadina ya wontanta wo hon. E kenkanya ntiase nhyede nim papa. It comes with certain ambiguities. Kenkan Article 97. 1.
He said the clause is the clause Article 97.
No.
Which clause?
1G.
No, the clause he
no, let me flow. Let me flow. I stated that earlier. That an appointment.
Compel no.
But me shas me catch out there. I'll give you the
compel.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mr. T, me catch out there. I will look for it for you. And why are you not interested in what I'm saying? Because I don't know in favor. But not for man. It was Article 97. 1G.
For 97,
it was instruction me there. Them words now we use to on. It was on Tasha. It was on Tibe Cantasia. It was in Tasha there. What's it say? Yemrashe Begunia. Ijina wo amanyoku bi dim. They want to abamau. No man for what share who to abanamau. Na ko Ramrashe Begum.
Article 97 into so.
Na ako Ramrashe Begum. Ako Ramrashe Begum. Na iru emi wie. Awo ese bridge na ifa do di twansu. Sisi Adam bridge na onye. Nti iri bridge na fi ho. Amamra ne chede intum nye de maden
na botum.
Atma me kana say intum nye de maden. Imom se eye de bay to the man amon na owo there. Mrashe Begum. Chiami. O declare o catch level there. Amamra ne ye de ma ho kwanti ansa na betuma ye de maden. No. For who different here?
That is Article 97.
Thank you, Jay.
So the G says to read it.
he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament to join another party or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member. Preamble what top war. Trade umbra form.
So there is now ambiguity. He has to go and read the preamble, right?
What is
ambiguity? No, I thought he said if you read clause G,
if you do this when you are talking, I will not allow you. Don't do this. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be mischievous.
So now
you know what I'm talking about. There is no ambiguity here. Okay. Asking somebody to scroll down means ambiguous.
No, clause G, I can see clause G from the screen.
But you have you not been reading constitution? Constitution usually comes with preamble.
He just quoted clause
Oh, die. I just quoted what?
That is
clause G, right?
A member, that's one. So you read in full. A member of parliament shall vacate his seat in parliament. Amos, until the answer is there. Baby, shape. Memo 30 seconds.
Seat in parliament. Upon.
Ose mrashe begweni ne gwa befi ne nsa. Se oye ndeme ya odi didu ya.
Okay.
Yenko jin. Now you follow me. Say yenko jin ho. Jin also then if
he leaves the party of which he was a member at that time of his election to parliament to join another party or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent
candidate
member.
What is ambiguous about? In 2 years here.
You see?
Oh, don't come in. Unless Amos be catch them because of parochial political interest, mischief, and propaganda. Into Amos better catch them there. This small clause, this small provision there, baby, what could school every meaning that but because of propaganda, Afenyomakin stand on this and run to parliament. There, run to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court told me there. In any case,
landed.
I'm running my speaker. Speaker operated within the remit of the law. There, on declare seats in the vacant. Why? Obiako court. Supreme Court was serve the speaker. Why can't you go my area today? Was serve and according to the Supreme Court's Rule 45, or there, says Supreme Court is serve either a summons or orders or whatever. You have within 14 days in the FUA Duanan. There, it will file a response. It will be yano. Maybe then in the FUA and Duanan 14 Numun. Speaker and second them rating. Wait, summons or whatever order now there, whatever it is. Only 14 days. And you were within the 14 days. It is speaker Nimwaya. Ordinary Supreme Court in there. You have no such powers. As some American or a human rights issue.
Okay.
Or a high court. In a war that jurisdiction there. What about the mass do not watch why there? Because it borders on human rights.
Good. It was 5 minute rebuttal. Then comes in and then you go to another.
Medasi. Master them bread and chonya butter because I'm watching there. Okay, 30 minutes man far and that's why I came in. So it wasn't like I was interrupting.
What 30 minutes? What?
30 seconds. Also, he made a statement. Who boycotted Parliament and then staging it on the fact that if there is a boycott of Parliament, there must be an indefinite suspension of Parliament. Is it true?
The Speaker has the rights.
Please.
The Speaker did not violate any rule.
Please.
No, let him. No, let him go.
No, we are educating the people.
When the NHIS bill was before Parliament, NDC boycotted. Did the Speaker of the day suspend Parliament indefinitely? Anna, no. There has been several.
Which Parliament? No, I want to see clarification. Which Parliament was that?
Oh, I mean, you can.
Is it the 8th Parliament?
Oh, you can come and then talk in your time.
Oh no, but if you can answer that for me, I'll be happy.
There has been several instances, even on the day, the Speaker of Parliament made his ruling. Now he opened up for a number of comments. The NPP decided to walk out of Parliament. On that day, did the Speaker rule for an indefinite suspension of Parliament? No. Nana Onufiwano, we saw the NDC in video footages, MPs, near there, Sebi, ordinary party.
No, to
Pocho. Near the ordinary party full soldiers, said my brother Hidu and other communicators. MP, wa grant interview no rekade. Some media Martina Kunyano so. Say Obiba no kase mean sorry me bono. I mean a lot. If he hasn't seen the footage, I can just forward it to him. But an MP, I'm telling you,
that is
yes.
But your member of parliament, that is majority chief.
Yeah.
Anodom.
Yes.
He was the first person to enter.
So get it.
No,
a statement coming that Gano and the Yatwa Bayazamo the cut in the parliament.
Okay.
Then you are telling us that if anybody enters the chamber, na ebia egwa ni tin bodo no oye door but na da awo akatina dunti e bobrin pakoro. I mean, I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
I mean, is that one of the reasons parliamentarians convene at the parliament?
No.
To fight? No. So the majority leader, Honorable Afenyo Mark, in his respected esquire, decided that them roba ya yanko na Ghana for overtime yenebi esi parliament. Na obi benya akwenya wa report a negative news about Ghana's parliament. Let us decide for peace asumdwinti, stay off parliament until there is a redress of a summer either academic court. Because Afanka, the best place to discuss is, the courts. Yes. So the NPP decided that let us avoid conflict, war of any kind, or any scene or any negative to the external public from happening. It is a Fred Amadi there. Such a person calls himself a lawyer. I pity you. Good. Oh, you know what you're saying. But in the end of the day, even if there was a boycott of parliament, does that tantamount to indefinite suspension of parliament?
But he has his rule, so he can tell.
Good. So we are saying that in the first place, Norika there, Honorable Afenyo Markin decided to,
boycott the.
To seek a court directive to ask the speaker to hold on with the ruling. And already that there is a clause that says that nobody. Please, no. Why would you come in? He says that there is a clause that says that nobody can compel them. I was expecting him to read that clause.
Oh, I'll read for you.
No, because it is essential for this discussion. If there isn't, then he should keep quiet on that matter.
I just did a mistake.
But if there is a writ served on you, this time not against you sitting on a matter to rule, you have already ruled. Do you get it?
Yes.
And now there is a sermon staying your ruling, which is done. Also, Supreme Court Parliament say he hasn't heard such a thing. We all go to court sometimes. A superior court can stay the decision of a minor court or even the Parliament to interpret matters. The reason for the need for this interpretation is what he read. Article 97, Clause G. Now, a statement that said that if he leaves, first contest, if he leaves and then joins. So, it is hovering on.
If he leaves,
yes,
and then
joins. So, if the person has not left, how would you determine?
He has not left.
Who has not left? Remember. As a parliamentarian, no, per the clause. Also, if he becomes an independent person, within parliament, so the contest is within this parliamentary session. Me NPP, na me decided that say Sierra, me independent parliamentarian. It is different from contesting as an independent in the next government. Please, let's read the clause again. Let's read. No, the same clause. Yes, exactly. So let him project. No unsharding. So if he leaves, do you know that in all the precedents, Nana, exactly.
The tenure of something office or something.
It's within the same parliament. So within the same parliament.
Yeah.
So the person has not declared himself an independent candidate in that parliament. Listen,
has Cynthia Morrison not filed?
Please, he is filing to contest in the next election.
Is Cynthia Morrison still a member of your party?
What is he doing?
Based on your party's constitution.
No, let Mama.
You finish.
What is he doing?
You don't.
Is Cynthia Morrison an independent person in this government?
Okay, this is what I want you to see. Article 97. It says the tenure of office of members.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you exactly. So it's there. It's there.
In there.
Tenure.
You see, if the current administration,
Yeah.
this 8th parliament,
Yeah.
this is their tenure.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Very
It is
well,
different
very
from the
well.
next election.
Very well.
This tenure is different from the next election. This tenure, any next about one, because next about one, whoever becomes what is a different tenure.
But what goes in?
This is an election. This is not parliament.
No.
The clause is not on an election.
Okay.
The clause, please. The clause. Check if the clause is about election. The clause is the person declaring himself an independent person in parliament. Check. That is the clause.
Okay.
You get it? Now, the Honorable Cynthia Morrison and then the Supreme MP, neither have declared themselves independent people from
What
NDC.
does your party
Constitution says?
Article 9.
You see, who determines who
Article
has
9.
left the party?
Your party constitution determines
Who
that.
determines?
Your party constitution.
Please, who determines?
That's the answer.
Who determines?
Your party
Yes.
constitution.
Who determines?
Who determines who has left the party? It is the party.
It is the party.
Good.
It's
That
the
is
party
why,
and
that
you
is why,
in person.
Nana, get me right. That is why in both the two precedents that have happened, the parties in question wrote to Parliament.
Oh, that one is.
Please let him not. Respectfully.
Jai.
That is why in
It
the
was
two
Jai.
earlier,
Wait
also
there.
in this morning, Kasa, was in the precedent.
Jai.
But in both precedents, the parties wrote to the speaker, indicating their acknowledgement there. The Miyimpe is no more with us. Now, this is a contest of an election. Cynthia Morrison is still an NPP member.
You are not.
Please.
You are not.
Still, what is the meaning of this? Still an NPP. Does he want to ruin the show? Still an NPP member, seeking, however, that in the next 10 years,
I don't
she will become.
Why?
Whatever this matter is.
I will come to you.
Yes. Whatever this matter is.
The time
The time is short. He still short for a minute. We are all here. This is a majority leader seeking for interpretation.
Yeah.
If that is the reason, NDC, wasn't one majority. What to take every pro-poor policy from Ghanaians.
I'll come there, don't worry.
Want to do with this 39 days. For what? So on one political interest, which is not in the interest of Ghana, what is the meaning of all this?
Okay.
If somebody is seeking for interpretation, does it even call for a suspension of parliament?
All right. Let's
on record.
Okay.
Former majority leader Chairman Sabosu yesterday on TV3 is on record to have applauded the speaker for suspending parliament indefinitely.
Who is that?
Former majority leader MPP.
Okay.
Or say Chairman Sabosu.
When he says on record, I think the record should be out.
On TV3. Why? I will not sit here and lie. Go and check.
The fact of the record should be put on.
I'm saying that.
Please, the fact, you said it on record, so the fact of that record should be put here.
Check it.
You said it on record. When you say something is on record, the fact of the record should be put on. You don't just say it on record.
Let me continue. Nana,
Yes,
MPP, one constitution, Article 9. Trade say, I will yemrase begwenia ijina MPP dim. Na watu abadi you. Na bibinti, I will ese, CCRD. Empede bejina ewo MPP dim biema. Automatically you forfeit your membership as a member of the party. It is CCRA Yarika say. Eco Electoral Commissioner Cynthia Morrison is known as an independent candidate.
An independent candidate, not an
We are
independent
not talking about government, so we are talking about elections.
No,
please.
not but it's the clause on election.
Hold on.
That's why I said it's the clause on election. She's an independent candidate, but not an independent parliamentarian.
That's it.
Because currently she is in parliament as an MPP parliamentarian.
You
get it? And you are saying the clause is not ambiguous.
I told you our them provision. Article 117, Article 118. My one fan to do na kind. Say pa ma men kan o hana me fan tro.
Provision of what?
Can will be a kind.
Say 117. Civil or criminal processes coming from any court or place out of parliament shall not be served on or executed in relation to the Speaker or a member or the clerk to Parliament while he is on his way to, attending at, or returning from any proceedings of Parliament. 118. No, maybe I'm coming.
I mean,
let me read. Why are you so jittery?
No. No, look.
Why are you doing this? I said 118.
So how does this relate to any of the rates?
The relation of
yes. I mean, how does
118.
And how does it?
You learn.
Like seriously.
You listen.
Neither the Speaker, nor a member of, nor the clerk to Parliament shall be compelled. When I use that word, you were challenging me. I have now given you that.
No, what's a rate set for you? Well, Nana, look, this is a misguided.
Was he not asking me?
Please, it is in no relation to what we are discussing. Was the rate served on the Speaker or to
I can do worse than what you are doing.
To the Secretary?
I can do worse than what you are doing.
I said you're okay.
And I don't allow this.
Is it the Speaker?
Don't allow this. Please. I made a statement. You don't allow this. No, I made a statement. You challenge me.
But what he's reading?
Why are you the one?
So you let him bring.
But what he's saying?
Why are you so worried? Why you are exposed?
Are you misleading your audience?
Who am I misleading? I am reading from it.
Was the rate served on the Speaker?
Let them project it.
Was it served to the Speaker?
It is not true.
Let him land. Let him land.
No, man can't say against you. Whom was it served to?
Really?
Whom was it served to? Any rates against any proceedings in Parliament is directed at the Speaker. That is why Onuntina, Speaker Bagben, directed the legal department there in his name. It is a king kind speaker. Ne response Odiama rejection now. Odiama Supreme Court now. Also, the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament has directed us.
Yeah.
What are you talking about here?
I mean, look, you are also another misquotation. Another complete misquotation.
Why?
Oh, I mean,
wait.
Why? Of course. If look. If I write anything to you through people, of course, I'll direct it from me to you. Do you get it?
You are writing something to Ajinkwa TV.
Yes.
You are right to channel it to the general manager. Right?
Yes. That one from me, as to whoever writes it, I will append my signature.
Who is the leader of Parliament?
Now listen. What the first clause he read?
Who is the leader of the
It should not be served on the Speaker. Earlier Kasano or Kade. I think you're marking short.
Even before, don't do this.
Even before, don't do this. The Speaker talked about Parliament. I talked about two things there.
Don't do this.
What was that rate for?
Nana, listen. Don't do this.
What was that rate for? That was served.
Don't do this. When you do this, you are not being fair to me.
Look.
I was talking away.
Nana, I'm
coming.
Why? When Afenyo served, Afenyo went for the rates.
To what? And then one can cry.
And America say it is just a misquotation.
It is what there's a misquotation.
Let him
I catch up them improve.
I am
proving and you are here making noise.
You are proving
keep quiet.
Let him prove.
Shut up. Keep quiet.
Listen, let him prove. After you also come.
What is wrong with him?
To disprove what he's
saying. You should keep quiet.
I mean, when he's misquoting.
What is misquoting? Are you a lawyer here, dude? I'm reading and say I'm misquoting.
But
I am reading, or you don't understand misquote.
I love it when he said I understand.
I am reading and you are saying I'm misquoting. Who am I misquoting? Am I misquoting the Constitution? I am not reading something out of my mind. I am reading from the Constitution and you are saying I'm misquoting.
I want
to misquote Asana.
I mean,
Article 118. Neither the Speaker nor a member of nor the clerk to Parliament shall be compelled while attending Parliament to appear as a witness. Why? Why is so jittery?
As he talk.
To appear as a witness in any court or place out of Parliament.
Look, good. But
so you see, misapplication of a quotation.
So this thing that you read, that means your friend is a speaker. A speaker.
Was he asked to appear before anywhere?
Is that what you
am I the one saying that?
No, was he asked to appear before
no, but
anything?
Am I the one saying that?
The court is not saying.
What is the court saying?
It was the
But
judiciary part.
interpret it.
No, it was the judiciary part.
You wanted, they said, oh, why?
But wait, was the speaker compelled to
Nobody.
appear anywhere?
No
No,
institution,
Nana Simple, was the speaker compelled
no
to appear
organization,
anywhere?
because per the principles of separation of powers,
Okay.
the spirit and the letter of the Constitution assumes Parliament as an independent body.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
I mean, come on,
Okay.
I just wanted. Oh no, don't do that to me.
Nana.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
You're the land.
Nana.
Don't do that to me.
Okay.
Why are you so jittery? Don't do that to me.
mean,
So
I'm
it's
rather
settled.
jittery.
Now, Aussie, NDC, yɛhwehwɛ dem na yɛwɔ simple majority. Na area den ɔbobɔ ndɛma bi. Under this government, the MPP wonya almost a hung parliament. Simple majority. Them simple majority no one. In a one man putu na say. What do ye Ghana fuye sika? Oh please.
I mean, my action
Please.
is also intimidate you. Like,
What do
seriously.
ye Ghana fuye sika? They ko share National Cathedral. Ya bechi won. Ya chiri won. Ena kenofurata beka chere ende.
Hey, my goodness.
Oh, will ye free whatever vote in contingency votes?
You are deviating.
Oh, when he told you there, this simple majority.
Oh, AC.
I'm coming.
The context of what you
What
are
is the context?
We are discussing
A
about
majority.
parliament.
Okay. Oh no, don't do that.
No,
Mami, maybe our auntie, mami kiwa binsido. Minchi o asemo kaya.
What was he saying?
Otle ha. Kind there. Ye yere pre. There ye benya simple majority. CCR. Na mbra ye wa benwim. And ye was simple majority.
What do you mean?
I'm quoting him. Yes. So wait, let me tell you what he said. Then you appreciate where I'm coming from. Ye simple majority. My ye there. Ye di gugu amanfo no nyuma. Asaba kan ni itia.
Really?
He made those comments.
I also said that.
Yes.
Nekora.
You have not made a comment about we
what
using
you just said is not
blah,
true.
Meba. Hold on.
I didn't hear
I
that.
have not said it.
Oh, Nana, Missy, Bisane there.
I mean,
Bisane there. One Trahan Kade. We once had a simple majority.
but
Yes,
I
yes,
said it.
Oh, in idea there.
Bisane
Bisane
Miss Koti
Bisane
Bisane
there.
No.
Eba Samnoka, I'll Bisanonka.
No, like seriously.
Missy Bisane.
Who has them guys?
Bisanonka.
I beg, when
So
the
allow
time
me.
then I'll
I'm
follow. Then
telling
I'll
you,
not
No,
follow.
we
yeah.
are not going to discuss this.
Exactly.
Hold on. I'm telling you, he had made. I am telling you, make a show there. What can based on what political parties can use majority to do? And I'm to make show there. Don't tell me I'm out of context. Oh, show there. Based on what he said, say your political party be your main. We use majority decision. If you have a money former or your MPP,
Okay, so he's
when
fighting
you
for
sue one
equalization.
majority decision, the Saifonese state funds, the Kosher National Cathedral, it's what I say. Under your majority,
Okay, so
under your majority,
so
honorable Afeo Marking, or from radio Dumpona one fatal and Kahua, in the Orusu, under your watch.
so this one is all
Where
part
you
of
sue
this.
them simple majority, when you have banks,
No, I beg.
where you sue them
Which
simple majority,
Which banks?
same, Ama Sikasam, CD to dollar.
Which banks?
Is on the roof.
Which banks?
All right.
Maybe I could watch.
Hey,
Let me land.
don't
Let me
do
land.
that.
Let me land. Let me land.
I mean,
where you see them
seriously.
simple majority, where you see them simple majority, Ama Ghana, mpanyinfo a why you do
I mean,
not
what is this? Nana, what is this?
Domestic debt exchange program.
Please,
One sika
please.
aka.
That's it.
If you want to win,
Okay.
president.
It's okay.
Now I'm ready for you.
amanfoe asɛm dɛ ɛda aba ɛne sɛn abrɛ ne abrɛ nyinaa sɛ nyankopɔn man no ɛrekɔ ahohiahia mu a tumfoɔ nyankopɔn soma no somafoɔ ma ne bɛgye ɔmo ɔyɛ bi wɔ moses abrɛ so ɔyɛ bi wɔ yesu abrɛ so ɔyɛ bi wɔ kɔmhyɛni mohammed nyankopɔn asomdwe nka no abrɛ so ɛnɛ adi akyire yi ɔyɛ ne wɔ elijah nyame somafoɔ yaw abrɛ so ghana yɛ nyankopɔn ne man te sɛ israel ne arabia na sɛdeɛ ɔde ɔsom nhoma ne kronkronbea kɔmaa israel ne arabia no ɛduru ɔman a ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa assyria ghana so sɛ nti no nyame somafoɔ yaw elijah malakaifoɔ 94.5 de ɔsom kɛseɛ nokware som no ɛka adasama ɛbom meyi hu firim ekristofoɔ nkremofoɔ nananom gyidie bi a wowɔ mu no sɛ wopa ahotɔ asomdue apɔmuden onyinkyɛ yeyɛ ne mpuntu na dankwa ma uwu a aheman no wakomu bidie a mekamfo nyamesomafoɔ yaw ne asomdue ntontom som nkambom dema nyamesomafoɔ yaw se sɛ woba nyankopɔn fi a bɔne fakyɛ ayaresa abawoɔ yeyɛ tumidie mpuntu nkunimdie na ɛbɛyɛ wo de a bebide na edi adanseɛ sɛ papa yi ɔma nkuto ɔma kawa ɔma nkyene no akwankyerɛ ne mpaebɔ dede ɛsiane sɛ nyankopɔn ɛnte nea nipa de ne nsa ayem sɛ ɔde ne nsa no too so a Luke 4:40 ɔse esunsumfi na ɛbɛtutu efiri wo mu ma woanya wayaresa ne wabrabɔ yie menyo kyinyefoɔ te sɛ Thomas na mmom bɛgyidi te sɛ Peter na bɛdi akyire te sɛ Barnabas na w'ani bɛgye te sɛ Zacchaeus asomdue ntontom som wɔ mfimfini mantam Central Region ekumfi otom na ɛsan wɔ Ghana afana ha nyinaa ɛne amanɔne frɛ nyamesomafoɔ yɛ wɔ ahomatorofoɔ yi so 0543 466 275 anaa 0277 126308 08.
That's say we go so a we to video so a we share Ajenkwa television Ghana Today ni also na Ajenkwa television ni nana digi menso mini Amos people mama member so I think say me person me do we ya ye Supreme Court
electoral commission de yanya
electoral commission de time na mo if I look at the timer now what they run here the one electoral commission with the Mompa. This based on what your brother Yadu was saying, no, another person said nobody and no one can compare the speaker to subject to is that the right word?
Yes.
To any not even organization. And we also challenging him, say, no, it shouldn't be that. And yes, he's running away from what the matter is.
Exactly. I think Augusto Kasano, I drew his attention to misapplication of that quotation.
Do you know what I was responding to?
Let me. The reason
you know what I was responding to?
Or Ahobrasimu or Tidi American.
No, but hi, I cannot sit here for you to misquote me. I was responding to his statement. I'm setting the premise for him. Maybe one thing I can say. I'm responding to his statement there. Speak and we response now. Or the Aqua reject them Supreme Court order. That is what I'm responding to. So I will educate him on that.
Okay.
So
I mean, what has been served on the speaker does not restrain the speaker from doing his work. 2. There is no right served on the speaker to appear before court. Into that quotation is a misapplication.
What is that? Okay.
Also, it should not be served on the speaker while he is on his way to perform his duties. No such thing has happened. Please. It's some kind of misapplication. I mean, that is the position of what you
rate now. What rejected? Where was the rate set?
Please.
Within which period the rate was set?
Please. At the end of the day, the speaker, if anything was served to restrain his, activity, he was in parliament, in the parliament, both the first and the second day.
Restrain his pronouncement.
It was after the ruling, then a rate of stay. The first one, he claims he did not have notice of it, so he went ahead to make his claims.
Yeah.
The speaker claims.
He claimed that.
Yes. Why will he do this? The speaker claims it wasn't said.
The first one was an error. Correct him.
What is this?
The first one that Apollo wanted to serve on the speaker was an error.
What is this?
What is
this? That's why I'm saying that the speaker said he doesn't acknowledge it.
You said by then, they haven't.
There was no
look, are you to determine I have a case or I don't have a case?
Who?
You are not to determine.
But if you are a lawyer, you don't set a rate on nothing. You set a rate on something.
Good. That say your canon is true. The rate that stays the speaker's ruling, how does it contravene the speaker's work? Because your work is done. You have passed your ruling. for the purpose of interpretation, meaning your TAC constitution idea, or not your Kanya, it doesn't need any interpretation. JSS, whatever can understand. But I think that saying TIA a court system is to grant us daily, timely, and accurate
you send frivolous
interpretation
cases to the Supreme Court because they are in your pockets
of our matters of law. He can vilify the Supreme Court and the court system and call frivolous and whatever. That is them.
They are verifying themselves.
But we Ghanaians, I am Ghana for no. Ye jidi there, saying tira emrawo honi there. Obo boa mehen dada jumedino. Why a per wo amena munye hinim. But sentasi bi amba in spite of all these laws, ye do kobre bi ambra no eden. Watch him. Nti speaker no jumedi ti da ma okoti no. Nka American kamaka there. We ko tada da no ho there. It was served to restrain the speaker from going to this parliament house to conduct his work. If any day Ray TB was served against him to go and conduct his work,
is that what I said?
Why did he go there to conduct his work?
Is that what I said?
That's what he said.
I have to also come in.
That's what he said. Also, the speaker was restrained, so no one can compel the speaker from conducting his work. But Nana, in this case, to end.
Let me talk.
No, in this to end, has the speaker been compelled not to do his work as a speaker?
Nobody has said that.
So what is this?
Nobody has said that.
Okay. Just short,
Oh, we are not being fair to me.
Oh, you took a lot of time. You are saying,
Ma, Amos one thing was today. Article 97. I'll repeat it.
You keep quoting, you can't
Article
interpret.
97. 1G. Any interpretation.
Like, seriously.
JHS students. Okay. JHS 3 students.
You yourself can't interpret.
Just
as
it
doesn't need
interpretation on the screen.
Okay.
JHS Abofraba. To kind them out.
Okay. Okay.
That's what can say.
Without due respect, launching of EP, that is Election Palace. Na we election na ebe kosu na ebe
ahani ahimfie
aba fine you know impelifo bi aba na dia denti I think say we have to but stay tuned don't mind you with feeding him ya eba sa besisi on a long break,
a short break.
Ajinkwa TV, Ajinkwa to the world.
Ajinkwa TV kofa by asek for medicine ko kra ya tun this market circle ejumede be eboa say businesswoman now person wo ni auto ho de ro no say what sue di ankasa since market circle there wo buy upon so a no ebedija say jewelries and auto me kire wedding rings, earrings, watches, fascinator, bouquet and as a beads and auto cosmetics, phone accessories, Nkola ho nyoma, bags, entuma, kente, say mpaboa, entire school uniform, and I say lace kra and autonwa. Uba market circle na boa no e be boa na wetimi so abohondero na obia so ate wonka. Make us say na minja ma me a wo market. Mame, second tomre and auton, entos, jene, meko, dawa. Kako and auton dia. Next what sweedy ankasa. Bibia auton bia no market circle na boa no. E be boa na so wetimi abohondero. Market circle en façon kwa.
Each and every day, man, I suffer. We try too much, but we can't get enough of that money. System is designed too funny. Babylon still running. So the now. Ajinkwa TV. Ajinkwa to the world. Ajinkwa TV. Ajinkwa to the world. Ajinkwa TV. Shana no pa. Ajinkwa TV. Shana via. Ajinkwa TV. And one now watch out when you bet you. Oh, Shana Nacho.
na the management of Ajenkwa television onam da ya dwene wo ho nti ya de dwumedi sonko bi a wa tunidi the platform ya zreba wa kwanem the most informative, educative and interactive pro socio political show ena yede ba wa kwanem na wa dwumedi dono ensem bia erpe no anu yi ensem bia orokodo ewo manyim ensem bia orokodo ewo wompotem na epe oye anu yi a inya anu yi no the platform dwumedi bobo ema atewo ho ase na solution bia epe ewo oye wasitenem ewo nneoma bia enti ase no wonsa etum na aka na wadwumedi do no yaboto nsa afrem panifu akuku dam oye amanyafo wom wona wa ben ewo oye oman ne nchichirim wona wa ben ewo oye business im wona wa ben ewo mbrem no yanyo na batena ase na ye bisa wonsam na ye nya oye wonsam no wa haw no na anu yi yetum na ye de amo what the platform dwumedi do no ye bama wa kwanya ma wonso eretie yen wonso erehwe yen no e de wadwenkyerɛ ezi aba na de afa text message WhatsApp empo ye bobo phone lines na tum na wonso aba show no do na e de wadwenkyerɛ etum na e de aba ehia platform wa abrabom mensumi ehia platform